Good morning, boys and girls. My name is Dan. This is the Rose Family Homestead. It is about 7 in the morning, and I'm getting ready to move the sheep into a new paddock, and I thought I'd bring you guys along to see my morning routine. All right, gonna unhook the power, and we'll start getting them moved to their new paddock. Now, I imagine most of you are like me. You have a full-time job, and you're considering getting into raising animals, and managing animals out on pasture is a lot more labor intensive than just sticking them in a barn or in a lot and leaving them there. So you have to come up with a routine to work around your 9 to 5 schedule. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to talk a little bit about that this morning for those of you that are considering getting into raising animals around your regular meat and potatoes job like myself. So we already have this paddock set up. It's going to make it a real simple move. Today's Thursday. If you saw my last video, they came in here with a new ram on Sunday. And so today they're going to get moved into here, and we're going to move their structure over, check their water, but I think they're pretty excited to get on some fresh eating. Actually, they're in here for four whole days, and then we're moving them during the winter. So typically I do a two-day rotation, but during the winter we're stepping it to 4 days because of the lack of daylight. So it makes it a little easier on me. I think they're happier moving in the mornings anyway. That's whenever they seem like they're the most active, ready to go out and graze. So these morning rotations I think are working out. Never fails, somebody always goes and gets the camera. So this is our ram that we just put in on Sunday. That's his first time moving with the rest of the flock. As you can see, it's no big deal at all moving them. They're ready. Whenever you get to open the paddock, it's no issue at all getting them to go right into your next one. All right, now we're going to move their little structure here. This is just simply a shade or rain structure that we've made. Obviously, we don't have any trees up here in this field for them to get any cover. So I wheel this around to at least give them some opportunity to get in the shade or out of the rain. They use it once in a while. Most of the time, whenever I come up, they're bedded down just in the open. But I like the idea of leaving them this option, you know, to get out of the rain, especially whenever it's more like sleet, something of that nature. I feel like that's when it's the most necessary. But it's got 2 wheels, carry handle, there's nothing to it. I put the kelp and free choice mineral in these little pails here. As you can see, there's a little bit of the mineral left and some of the kelp left in there, but usually I refill those every weekend. So I'm going to get this structure moved, and then I'll talk a little more about my setup. All right, so the structure's in. Girls are obviously in. So now we're going to take and make sure we have power being distributed. These little extensions. So the power's being fed on these braided wires coming out, these singles, and then I jump from the singles over to the netting. I originally intended on just running the braided wire down this fence line. Unfortunately, my sheep aren't respecting that. I have one particular that I know leads the bunch out regularly. I'm probably going to eventually need to move on from her. Right now, with our flock size so small, I really hate to lose a breeding ewe, but I don't know, eventually it's probably going to have to happen, because I really need to get them on this system. Moving the netting works, but it's not totally ideal. It's a little time consuming, but like I say, for now it's getting me by. Now the sheep aren't going through very much water right now, but I like to try to at least make sure they have it available to them. As long as they're eating green stuff, their water consumption stays pretty darn low. Sometimes almost zero, really. But once I start feeding some hay, then I need to make sure that they have water. So we're supplementing a couple square bales in every paddock. I'm going to get ready and give them one now, and then they'll get another one 2 days in. So that way they'll have two during the duration of the 4 days, just to kind of help supplement, since the forage is, is kind of lacking right now. But they're happy to get out here and, like I say, get some of the green stuff though. So it's now 20 after 7. You can see it doesn't take very long to make this move, 20 minutes, and that's with me filming. Of course, that takes time, setting up cameras and everything else, and I'm moving a little slower trying to talk about what I'm doing. So the key is to move everything on the weekend, so that during the week you can come in, get out, and get to work at your normal 9 to 5. Until hopefully maybe one day you can turn this into your bread and butter. That's my goal one day. I don't know when it's going to happen. I'd love for it to, but for right now, I'm like most of the rest of yous, and have to work a 9 to 5 to supplement this little hobby farm we've got going on here. They definitely prefer the green stuff over the hay. If you can, I highly recommend you start getting into a pasture management system where you're rotating your animals around. They'll be a lot healthier, happier. Healthy in regards to not needing to give your animals any warmer. Now the first 4 sheep that we started with, they got some warmer from the farm that we purchased them from, but their offspring have never had any warmer, and of course the original 4 have never gotten any since they've been here. And I attribute that to keeping them off of their old places that they've been defecating, and staying away from that worm load. So according to Penn State University's website, as long as I'm staying on new pasture within every 6 days, I'm good. Now of course I like moving a lot faster than that and getting way out ahead of it, but it makes me feel comfortable here during the winter to push it to 4 days. But I really like the idea of not having to give any warmer to these guys, and that's more money in my pocket whenever it comes time to sell them. I don't want to be having to spend extra money. If you guys raise any animals and have done any selling, you understand that the margins can be slim. So I want to keep as much of that, of course, in my own pocket, and it's a relatively easy thing to do. Like I say, get them out and set some fencing up and move them around. All right, folks, that pretty much wraps it up. All that's left for me to do is hook the power back up to the fence and get out of here, get to work. If you guys like this video, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to us. I'm gonna keep putting some videos out showing the process or the progress of these sheep, and hopefully an improvement in pasture condition as the seasons progress. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. Get out there, get your own sheep, get them on a rotational grazing system. It's easy to do. Like I say, even with all of us that's working our regular day jobs, like I say, it definitely can be done, no problem. It's quick and easy. Thanks for watching.